There's a lot of different things that environmental engineers can do. So there are almost boundless opportunities all around the world. Lots of opportunities in developing countries, helping them develop systems for environmentally sustainable development, help bring people out of poverty without compromising the environment in which they're living. In Australia, you could end up working on something like the Murray-Darling Basin Plan, which is the biggest ever investment in the environment in Australia's history. Some $15 billion of Commonwealth money going into putting the rivers and communities and systems of the Murray-Darling Basin onto a more environmentally sustainable footing. A major in environmental engineering systems within the Bachelor of Science is one of about 50 different majors. Every science student needs to do a major. I think you'd like to choose environmental engineering systems as a chance to see how some of the principles that we learn in the science degree get applied in the real world to hopefully make that world a better place. There's 4 subjects at third year level within the degree. Those are fluid mechanics, an introduction to sustainable water management, the environmental engineering systems capstone subject, and environmental systems modelling and design. And those have a range of subjects or subject matters that we cover within them, and the capstone subject in particular is a project-based subject where you get to have a taste of being a researcher within your undergraduate degree. So if you complete your major in environmental engineering systems at undergraduate and then your Master of Environmental Engineering, after 5 years you've got a master's degree, which you can take anywhere in the world. If you were studying somewhere else, you might only have a bachelor degree after 4 years. So that is one thing that makes the offering at Melbourne quite unique, and I think superior to what's been offered elsewhere. So having a master's degree rather than a bachelor degree can give you an advantage when it comes to finding employment. Somebody sifting through a large pile of applications for a graduate environmental engineer will always be drawn to somebody with a higher degree, such as a master's, as opposed to a bachelor degree. So why should you study environmental engineering at the University of Melbourne? Well, we like to think we're probably the leading university in Australia in this subject. We have very strong linkages with both industry and government, and a lot of our research projects at the master's level and beyond have strong industry linkages. If you study undergraduate and masters, you might have an opportunity, if you really like research, to follow up with a research higher degree, such as a Doctor of Philosophy, a PhD, the highest research qualification you can gain in any discipline. And again, a lot of our PhD students have come through the master's program that we offer. So as part of our capstone subject in environmental engineering systems at third year undergraduate level, we get you to do a research project that lasts for a full semester. The research projects in areas known as water-sensitive urban design, which is about how we design cities better to cope with the fact that we have a lot of water coming into cities from rainfall and runoff, and that causes a lot of environmental damage. So over the course of a semester, I have students build and then monitor and evaluate what's known as a biofiltration system or a rain garden. We take the research, we implement it, we use it, and we see how much of a difference that makes to the world. So through the course of the environmental engineering degree, both undergraduate and within the masters, one of the things the students really like, if you like, is getting their hands dirty. So it's a research project in third year where I get them building biofiltration systems. We have a couple of subjects within the master's degree where you'll head out into the field and look at natural and human systems in the field, try to work out what's going wrong, how you might fix them, whether we can detect human impacts and how we might explain those sort of things. And this is one of the things that the students really enjoy at a lot of levels. It's getting out there into natural environments and built environments as well, and finding out more about how those systems work. Graduate environmental engineers from the University of Melbourne can almost write their own ticket. You can work all around the world, in government, in engineering consulting companies, and in universities. A lot of graduates end up working in consulting companies, engineering consulting companies, both big and small. They have little startups where a company like Alluvium, which started with half a dozen people 15 years ago, is now across the country. We've got big companies like Hark and Jacobs, and we have environmental engineers go into government agencies, both at state level and at federal level, looking at the ways we're managing natural environments and better systems to do that with. And we have engineers go into research. So we are always trying to attract graduates back into research higher degrees such as PhDs to do cutting edge research on environmental engineering systems problems.